Welcome to the Namaste everyone. Welcome to the class on chakra balancing. So we have started with the first chakra last week, which is called as Mooladhara chakra. We are going to the second chakra, which is called as Anahata chakra, or also it's called as the heart. I'm so sorry. Second chakra is Swadhisthana chakra. So the literal meaning, I'm going to just give you some theory on it. So Svādhiṣṭhāna. So it's like basically like a Sanskritam sandhi. So Swa means like one's own, and adhishthana is basically dwelling, like one's home. So basically Svadhisthana is like one's own feelings, one's own desires, basically. So that's what the chakra is all about. So also, like some people, they call it as like a swad, like how we say it, like khana bahut swad hai. So swad is also means, like taste, but basically that all just means is it's like desires, it's like any of your sensual pleasures. It could be taste, it could be like something you really like smelling, any of those kind of pleasures that we go after. So there are, like, last time who I said, like in Mooladhara chakra, there are 4 lotus petals and this one has 6. So it keeps going up and up. And the color of this chakra, as I mentioned, is orange. So I'll tell you later on, once we finish all the chakras, how do you remember each color of the chakra? Very nice to remember that too. So we'll also go with the Bija mantra for this chakra, which is Vam. Okay. So again, all these things I myself remember in a certain trick. So I'll teach you that as well. For whoever is joining new, just recently, we're going with the chakra balancing. Today we are going to do the second chakra, which is Swadhisthana chakra, or sacral. In English, it's called sacral chakra. So the animal that, there is always like an animal that's represented in each one of the chakras. And for the Svadhisthana chakra, it's crocodile. So it's basically a lot of the feelings or like desires that you have in a dormant state, like how crocodile kind of hides. So that's what the crocodile is all about, is because it's like a, in there, and once in a while it jumps up to get the desires come up. So just a little theory on the Swadhisthana chakra. Let's go ahead, start and see how we can balance it. So how do you, if you have very active, the chakra is overactive, then your desires are going to be more. You want to get the more sensual pleasures, you want to watch, you want to eat more, you want to eat, drink, whatever it is. So all the sensual pleasures are going to be at the peak if the chakra is overactive. And if it's underactive, then you kind of lose interest in all those. So you need to have balance the chakra. So, okay, you don't have over or you don't have under. So there are like asana that you can practice. There is mudras you can practice. There is a lot of things that you can do to balance this chakras. So once you have all your chakras are well balanced, you will be in your optimum health. Okay. So today we'll just go with our regular yogasana flow, but we will add the poses are going to be more concentrating on the Svadhisthana chakra, okay, the second chakra. So let's go ahead, start the class with Omkara chants and our opening prayers. Let's start with 3 Oms. And if you know the mantra, Sangachatvam, repeat that. Otherwise, Archana, when you get a chance, if you don't mind, sending that to the class. Oh. Om. Om. Sangachatvam samvadatvam Samvo manasi janata deha bhagam yatha purve sanjana upasate sanjanana upasate. So let's go to the mat and start our yogasana practice. We make sure my mat is adjusted. All right. Hope you all can see me, hear me. Get on your mat. Let's start with our breathing exercises. We always start with the breathing. So we do the breathing exercises. So we remove any kind of blockages we create. So we are not born with the blockages. We create them with our lifestyle. So we are going to try to take those out so the prana, the life force, can flow throughout your body freely. Okay. So we're just trying to help. Whatever damage we've already done, we're trying to help with that. So let's go ahead, take the hands, clasp them under your belly. Look into the emptiness of the palm and let that represent your empty mind. Let the thoughts come, let them go. Don't judge them, don't act on them. Let's go ahead, inhale, look up, and exhale. Inhale, look up, and exhale. Inhale, look up, exhale. Inhale, up, right, towards the right. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back up, to the left. Up, the right. Up, to the left. One more. Come back up. Take your palms behind you. Press them, clasp them. Now inhale into an easy back. Exhale, chin to chest. One more. Now exhaling, leading with the chin. Come to bring your nose between your knees. Hands go pushing forward. Stay here. Knees are bent. Inhale up, just your face and chest. Exhale down, warming up for spine. Inhale up, down. More. And now take your hands. With your knees bent, see if we can go low. Now slowly straighten your knees and hang forward. Now go ahead, grab your elbows. Pull your elbows to the floor. Remove any tension in your neck. Up and down, side to side. Now take your trunk to the right, to the left, to the right, left, right, left. Yes. Now slightly bend knees. Take both the palms from the side and come standing like a pencil, straight. No bend anywhere. Hands nicely stretched. And the hands are hugging the ears. Okay, no bend anywhere. Now take those folded palms and put them behind you. Fingertips are touching the spine. Now inhale into your arms. Feel that stretch. Nice stretch in your shoulders. Exhale. Come back to the heart center. So go ahead, stand in Shithila Tadasana. Relaxing palm tree pose, relaxing pose for the standing position. Just feel how your breathing has changed from the morning erratic, stressful breathing to breathe throughout your body now. Let us go into our loosening exercises. We do 4 sets. And the reason we do these 4 sets is so your brain doesn't have to think every day, oh, what am I doing? So your mind is always thinking like an excuse to skip, right? So we don't give that a chance at all. So like, we already know the 4 sets, come on, do it. So let's go ahead with the 4 sets. Inhale up, exhale down. 10 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Spread your feet as much as you can. Not too much, because the third one we go a little bit more over. Take your hands up, push them back, go into side bending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now go ahead, spread your feet a little bit more if you can. Now go down, go bend. And now opposite toes. You don't have to touch the toes as much as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay here for a second. Now go ahead. Bring your feet again back to shoulder width apart. Now we're going to go into twisting. Okay? Spinal twist. Put both the hands in your heart and go. If you know the Kapalbhati breathing, this is actually a good time to practice it. So exhale up. Forceful exhalation. Slow down. Shithila Tadasana. So again, after you do the loosening exercise, your heart rate is going to go up, definitely. So that's why we take the breathing, bring it back to the normal, and then we get started with the next set. Okay. All come into force, tabletop. hands, your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Let's go into cat and cow or the tiger breathing. You inhale up, exhale out, inhale up, down. Consciously move the spine. Inhale up, down, down, up, and down. Now let's go ahead into take your feet up, legs are out, right leg out, left palm out. Look at the left palm. 1, 2, 3. Now if you're good here, let's go into variation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take here. Yeah. Put that here. The 1 or 2 or whatever you want. Again, my body, everybody's body is different. Not any body is same. So go ahead, take the left leg out, straight out, right palm out. Look at the right palm. 1, 2, 3. Let's go into variation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, and 3. Down. Sitting Vajrasana or any comfortable sitting pose that you are comfortable with. So now you know. So my part of my routine I always do is planks. I know, like, and we'll just try to go through each one of the chakras, maybe, like something fun for us to do. Okay, so let's go ahead, get into plank. Nice strong plank. Okay, wrists. Try to push the middle finger. Because what happens is you put a lot of pressure on the wrist. So try to press your middle finger firmly to the ground. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so as I mentioned, beginning of the class, there are 7 chakras. Okay, so those are all like just certain subtle energy discs we have along the spine. Okay. So first one is Muladhara, and second one we are doing Svādhiṣṭhāna. Okay. So which is just above your end of the spine. So it's actually between your belly and your, see, when we do this, we talk, the time flies. Go to the side plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down. One more time on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can come into Balasana if you want. You're tired of that. Or you can come into any comfortable sitting position. Let your body, heart rate come back to normal. So we're going to do one of the Anjaneya asana as part of the Svadhisthana chakra balancing asana. So let's go ahead, open up the hips for that. Okay. So let's all come. Bring your right foot towards the front, and you're on the left knee. Okay. So now go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're good here, take your hands and take it aside. You still feel like, oh, I'm still not bad. You can clasp your hands and kind of pull your shoulders and try to go backwards. Hands back. To the other side, same thing. Bring your left foot forward. Make sure that the knee never goes forward of the toes. That's very, very important because you are going to hurt your knee otherwise. Okay, make sure it pretty much stays on top of the heel. Slightly forward of the heel is okay, but not beyond the toes. Okay, go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. 1, 2, 3. Sitting with Vajrasana for a couple breaths. I'm sure Toronto is also pretty hot, but right now it's so hot in here. I cannot tell you. Like it's just all sorts of computers here in my basement, so extremely hot. So let's go ahead, come to the front of the mat. We're going to practice the Surya Namaskar. Let's all come to the front of the mat. Hands folded at the heart center. No bend anywhere. You had all completely straight. From your toes, from your feet, all the way to the head. Almost one line. Imagine the beautiful sunrise. And in case if you're like me, sun is about to set or sun is already set. Imagine that beautiful sun within you. Within your cortex. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapihitam Mukham Tattvam Dushanna Pavranu Satyadharmaya Pushtai Om Raya Namaha Om Ravaye Namaha Om Suryaya Namaha Om Bhanave Namaha Om Adaya Namaha Om Pushne Namaha Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha Om Marichaya Namaha Adityaya Namaha Om Satre Namaha Arkaya Namaha Om Bhaskaraya Namaha Raya Namaha Om Ravaye Namaha Om Suryaya Namaha Om Bhanave Namaha Om Khagaya Namaha Om Pushne Namaha Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha Om Marichaya Namaha Om Adityaya Namaha Om Savitre Namaha Om Arkaya Namaha Inhale, exhale here. Next 3 sets on your own. You can do it a little bit faster pace if you can. And also we skip 11 and 12, we come to 3. From 11, we can come back to 3. 1 and 12, we miss. We come. Dve, Trini, Chattvari, Pancha, Chatta, Sapta, Ashta, Nava, Dasha, Ekadasha, Triti, Chattvari, Pancha, Chatta, Sapta, Ashta, Nava, Dasha, Ekadasha. Watch. Okay, let's see here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more set. If you are with me, you can do on your own. I will just do it quietly. After that, for first, Mukha Dhauti. So we can bend your knees slightly and then exhale out anything extra from your tummy. Anywhere from 3 to 7. And watch how your breathing comes back to normal. This is the time if you want to take a water break, you want to take any kind of break at all. This is the time. Go ahead, do that about 2 minutes. Go ahead, get a water break. I'll be right back. So as I mentioned, so today we are concentrating on the asanas that are balancing the Svādhiṣṭhāna chakra. So basically, like, as I mentioned, like, you can pretend that at the end of your tailbone, at the end of the spine is Muladhara chakra. And right above that is Swadhisthana. Okay. So you can even call it, some people, they say that, right under your belly, like, over here. That's where the Swadhisthana chakra is. So it's not like really scientifically you can go take an X-ray and find them. Those are the subtle energy channels that the rishis have found, not us, not me or anything, but hundreds and thousands of years ago, the rishis have found this, and they have documented it. This is not like something I came up with, So it's not like beyond X-rays, beyond everything else. So they're all like subtle energy discs that we have. So now let's go ahead, try to balance. I want you to pay attention to this area right under your belly, that area where the Swadhisthana chakra is. Okay. So when you're doing any of the asanas, I want you to see any kind of pulsations, any kind of sensation at that area, in that area. Not at the base of the spine, right above the spine. So the chakras are not like one dots. They're more of like a 3D. You can think of it like a petals like that, like a lotus flower, like that. So it's not, even though they are aligned on the spine, but they're not on the spine like, like attached or chippified there. So it's like more of their like 3D discs. Okay, so let's go ahead, come to the left hand side of the mat. We're going to practice the same asana that you've already done it. So we're going to practice triangle pose or the trikonasana. Okay, so that is one of them which is supposed to be helping with the balancing the Svadhisthana chakra. Okay, come to the left hand side of the mat and take your right foot away. Come standing. Take your both of your palms facing down, then left up and back. Now take your left foot towards the left. Okay. And now pretend that, right foot towards the right. Pretend that somebody is pulling your right hand. Okay. So they're pulling, but they're not letting you bend your knees or bend anything. Now you go ahead and take your palm to the floor. Okay. So your palm doesn't have to go to the floor. It can stay anywhere near the leg, anywhere, wherever you can reach. The key is to make sure both the palms, the whole hands are in one line. You're almost looking like a triangle. Once you're at your maximum point, go ahead, start breathing and relax the muscles that are being pulled. And pay attention to that, any sensation at all of that Swadhisthana chakra. Send the prana there. And breathe, pretend that you're sending prana there. 5 breaths. Come back down. Now take both the palms to your leg first. Okay, to the right leg. And see if you can get your chest closer to the thighs. Okay, just go as low as you can. It doesn't matter how low you can go, but once you feel like you can go there, you can get your nose to your knee. Breathe, inhale, and then exhale, you can go lower and lower. Again, once you're here, you're pretty much pressing that Swadhisthana chakra right there. Now go ahead, come back up. Take your hands back. Now straighten your right foot. And with a slight bend in your right knee, bring it together. Shikla Tadasana. Now is a good time to go inwards. Those subtle energy discs we talked about. Okay, so let's go to the left hand side of the mat. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Left hand side. And now let's go into the other side. Again, take your hands up, back, and left foot towards the left hand side. And we're going to go, somebody's pulling us on the left side now. Pull, 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 and now go down. Once you're here, take 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now slowly bring this palm also down wherever you can and try to get your chest to the thighs. No bend anywhere. Again. Back, down, straighten your left foot, the bend in your left foot, knee, take it towards the right. Good job, everyone. Now we're going to do a couple of them sitting down positions. Okay, so I'm not sure how many of you can already sit in Vajrasana. So I was going to do one Vajrasana variation today, only if you're comfortable with Vajrasana. Okay, otherwise don't worry about it. You don't have to do it. Okay, so one of the first ones we're going to do is first coming to Dandasana. Okay. When I say Dandasana, basically your toes. When I say sthiti, you can go and sit down, relaxing first. Okay. First you relax. Here. Now go ahead, bring your feet together. Toes are pointing towards you. Knees, the heels are pressing away. And you're going to make your spine as straight as possible, like a danda. Danda means like a stick. So now go ahead, use your abdominal muscles to push yourself forward into a straight line spine. So the asana for their recommended is like Paschimottanasana. Paschimottanasana is usually a little bit more difficult. So let's go ahead practice for that and we'll do something called Janu Shirshasana. So one leg Paschimottanasana. So take your left foot anywhere on your right thigh, inner thigh. So now go ahead, almost like tuck it in there. And now take both of your hands up and go down. Exhale, go down. Okay. Grab onto anything you want. You know, like you learned how in Sonia's class you can use strap for this too. So strap is actually excellent idea to pull yourself forward. We have a strap handy. I should have told you this before. Sorry about that. But otherwise, just pull with your hand. You know, you use your hand to pull yourself forward. Okay, don't worry about touching the toes at all. Anywhere on the leg, but add that pulling motion. That's the only way. When you pull yourself, that's the only way you will get into that stretch. Again, once you are comfortable, 5 minutes. Once you're done with 5 breaths, take both the hands up, bring them behind you, and try to lift your hips up. Because your hips can get slightly tight with this. Just about 3 or 4 breaths. Take another leg, shake. All right, same thing on the other. Now take the right foot anywhere inside the left thigh, in the inside thigh. And now take your hands up and down. Again, don't worry about grabbing your toes. If you cannot grab your toes, grab anyway. You know, like this, your calf, your knee, whatever you can grab, but grab onto something. Okay? Because that's the only way you will make any progress at all here. Once you're here, nice long 5 breaths. Up above, behind you and lift your hips up. Now stay in sitting position. Take both of your feet wide. Okay. This again, you don't have to. It's not very easy for me either. So this particular one of this, they recommended this in case if people are very, very flexible. That's why I said, okay. So again, grab both of them. And now you're going to go down. Okay. So if you can grab your toes, you can. And then try to go down as much as you can. Again, you're pressing and feeling the sensation in the Svadhisthana chakra. 5 breaths. If you have a partner, this is actually a very good one. You can go ahead, fold onto your hands, and you can pull each other. You know, they touch both of your feet are touching with your other partners, and then you kind of pull each other to help you with this one. It's a fun thing. You know, me and my husband do it, and he's extremely flexible, and I'm not that much. So it's not very easy. You know, one of the person is flexible, the other person will suffer. So now go ahead. We're going to practice something called Baddha Konasana. So take your feet, pressing each other. So each of the feet are like, I hope you can see me. So you're basically, feet are facing each other, heels are touching each other, toes like that. Okay, it's almost like this. I hope you can see. And go ahead, bring them close to your hips. And if you cannot get them too close, what you could do is like bring your hips closer. Okay, so before we get into the standing in there, let's practice some dynamic motion. Okay, just go ahead like a butterfly. Every time you go down, I want you to go lower and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now go ahead, put your elbows on your knees and try to push your elbows with your knees to the floor. You can open the feet like a book. That also helps. Again, and close your eyes. Feel the sensation. Imagine that 6-petal Svadhisthana chakra. Hug your knees. Hug them nicely. And then go ahead, shake them if you want. Okay, so I think we have still time. Let's do one more. Let's go ahead and do the Malasana. I think I need that a lot. So, so you all can come sitting in on your toes. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm so sorry. I forgot the Ajnayasana. Okay, so let's all come. One of the things I really went through was like Ajnayasana, which I knew I forgot. So remember how we came, like how we were practicing the hip openers. So we're going to do the same thing. Take your right foot forward. Okay. So again, how we remember we already practiced it. Now we're going to go into the asana called Anjaneyya asana or the high lunge. Okay. So now I want you to take your hands up. Your hands are hugging your ear. Okay. Once you feel comfortable here, I want you to go back. Breathe and slightly go back. hold again 5 breaths. Okay, take the left foot forward. I already practiced this one, so now you should be a little bit looser now. So now go ahead, take your hands to the up, arms are facing each other, hands are straight. Look up first, and if you feel good here, go slide back. Lie down to the Shavasana and go to the Yoga Nidra. You can lie down. We're going to do self-guided. I want you to slowly from the toes start relaxing your body. Relax your toes. Relax your entire foot. Your feet. Relax your ankle. Relax your shin muscles. Relax your calf. Your knees. Relax your abdominal muscles. Take a roll up. start waking up your body. Your fingers, your toes, feet back and forth. Take your right hand up above your head. Come lying on the right hand side. Complete body weight on the right hand side for the real awareness. Now, with the help of the left arm, I'm sitting in the sitting position. Let's get deeper of pranayama. As much as possible after the asana and after the yoga nidra, try to keep your eyes closed. Only when you need to see the mudras, you can open the eyes. Otherwise, for pranayama, you can just really shut off one of the sense organs. Let us go into our Anulom Vilom Pranayama, or the alternate nostril breathing. Sorry. So one of the mudras for the Swadhisthana chakra is called Jala Mudra. So it's similar to the one. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what? If you've already started it, let's go ahead and do the pranayamas. Go ahead. Sorry. My apologies. I think I started it and then, yeah, sorry.
No, continue to explain.
Okay. So one of the mudras is called Jala Mudra. So you can try the Jala Mudra today. Okay. So Jala Mudra is basically like your ring finger and your thumb are touching. So basically these 5 fingers, right? So they represent the 5 Panchabhutas, right? The 5 elements. Okay. So I will go correctly in detail. Basically, like, you know, there is a confusion between which one represents the earth. But I think this is what they were saying, that, you know, the pinky represents the earth and this is Jala. Okay. So this one is Jala Mudra. And this represents the fire. So when you want to reduce or make it more, you touch the, you know, when you want to balance it, you touch the top, but when you want to reduce it, you go to the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Jala Mudra. That's the balancing. So it's basically ring finger and thumb are touching the things, and another fingers stay there. Okay, so you can just take this and we can do a Vam chanting. Okay, but let's go ahead and finish up the pranayama first, and we'll come back to this Jala Mudra. So when I say hold on to Jala Mudra right after the pranayama, please hold on to this and we'll chant the Vam. Vam is the Bija mantra for Swadhisthana chakra. So let's go ahead into our Anulom Vilom. Let's go do about 5 of those. So you know, Chin Mudra, Nasika Mudra. Complete the cycle by exhaling from the left nostril. Let us do about 3 sets of Brahmari Pranayama. You all know the mudra for the Brahmari. Let's inhale, and as you exhale out, you're going to make a hum sound, like a humming bee. Feel the resonance on the hum, chant, your head area. Let's all adopt Jala Mudra. And let's first do the Bija Mantra for the Muladhara Chakra, followed by Swadhisthana Chakra. The Bija Mantra for Muladhara Chakra is Lam, and Svadhisthana Chakra is Vam. Inhale. Lam. Inhale. Vam. Inhale. Lam. Vam. Inhale. Lam. Vam. Release the mudra. Manobuddhi ahankar chittani naham na cha shrotra jihve na cha ghrana netre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu Let's conclude the class with closing prayers. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Rub your palms. Generate some heat. Apply it around your eye for simple calming. Rub your palms again. Generate the heat. And put on your body. Be grateful to your body because it cooperated you for this 1 hour. Thank you so much for attending.